and I definitely am taking your suggestions into consideration, and I decided why the hell not make a little story time for you guys because I definitely because I saw some comments on yesterday's video saying you guys wanted to see me tell some stories, and let's get some stuff popping in the chat. Let's get it going. All right, and the story I have for you guys is more about is it has to do with when I was about 5 years old, and I remember it vividly because I was in elementary school, and I think if I was 5 years old, I was in about what pre-K, starting pre-K, and I remember I had this teacher named Mrs. Gonzalez, and you know, just normal pre-K. And by the way, if you guys are wondering where I went to preschool, I went to Fort. What? We may or not have lost our minds. Either way, it'll benefit you when you're turning on the quad feed from now until July 5th. What? They're extending double weapon and double XP for an extra day? Holy shit, that's lit. Okay, but anyway, so I went to preschool at Fort Myers Christian School, which is located in towards Cape Coral. It's like kind of on the bridge with where Fort Myers and Cape Coral is. So it's right around that area. And by the way, I'm gonna stop the story for a second, guys, because I want to express to you guys how happy I am today because literally after 2 long months of getting diamond on both launchers, that literally took more time than getting every single one of these primary weapons diamond. There are 20 guys. There are 24 primary weapons, and this literally took more time than getting actually, because I just finished the shotguns last night and I'm starting on the LMGs, and I already have all the snipers done. So once I have the LMGs done, then I am done with the primaries for dark matter, and that literally took more time than getting every single one of those classes besides the LMGs diamond. Like that's how long it took, and was beyond frustrating. And literally, I was so happy to get the last challenge done last night because the challenge that got me stuck mostly was the challenge in which you have to shoot 5 talons and or Cerberuses. Like it literally took a long time just to find games that actually had those kinds of people playing. But anyway, so back to the story was so I was at preschool and I had this little crush on a girl. Her name was Rebecca, and we had gone to school together for many and for like well, I've been at this time I was starting preschool, so I was in school for about I don't know what 2 months. And guys, you have to understand something about me is when I was a little kid, I was not a very social person. How come we can celebrate the 4th of July with fireworks but not 9/11? I don't know, man. It's just I guess 9/11 is more of an offensive holiday rather than a day for celebration. But what's up, unsweet? How you doing today, man? Happy. How's your 4th of July going? You doing anything exciting? Yeah, guys. Let me know what you guys are doing. Anything exciting? Anything you celebrating? You got to be popping some fireworks and be roasting some s'mores out in the backyard. Cause that's what I'm doing. Actually, my family here in a little bit. We're gonna be going to my aunt's house to pop fireworks because unfortunately, since I live in the Houston city limits, I cannot pop fireworks here because apparently that's illegal. I didn't know that because well, I haven't lived in Houston that long. I've only been living here for almost a year. In fact, actually, in 2 weeks, I will have lived here 1 year. People died for the 4th. I'm meeting steel beams with jet fuel. With jet fuel. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, so this girl and me, like she was actually the only person in my class that actually came up to me and started talking to me. And I actually, because I don't know what it is about, what it was about me back then, but whenever people talk to me, I would want to talk back because then, I'd be a little comfortable. It's just when people wanted to talk to me, when I wanted to talk to people, then that's where I drew the line. So really, it was a lose or snooze situation. Was I either going to talk to someone and get embarrassed, Or was I gonna talk to someone and... Oh, no, I was gonna fucking go up and knife him. But anyway, so, or was I gonna go up and talk to them and potentially become friends? That was like kind of what my mindset back then. But anyway, so me and this girl got to talking, and all was well because she liked me because she thought I was cute, and I liked her. What's up, boyo chungus? It's a little racist there to start it off. I mean, I've been streaming for less than 10 minutes, and we're already getting the racist stuff. But but this girl liked me because she thought I was cute because I was not very outspoken, and I wasn't like the other dudes. The other dudes, whoever had like mega confidence, and they would usually be the ones who would talk to the girls. Even back then, and I was still in preschool. I was just a little kid. I was like 5 years old, turning 6, because I started preschool a little late than most people. That's why well, mostly because I had a late birthday, and so hey, sweet, there's no what? There's no audio. That's why well, mostly because I had a late birthday.
UAV inbound.
Okay, I thought there was no audio. I was like, what? I was like, I'm pretty sure there was. But anyway, so I hope you can hear me now, cause I can hear myself in the recording. Like I have my stream up on another monitor, and I can hear myself. Yeah, see, I can hear myself. Okay, racism only exists because we allow it to. That's right. It's true. It's true. But anyways, to continue with the story, um, as I was saying, like, this girl liked me, and I liked her because I thought she was pretty, and I thought she was very attractive. This girl liked me simply because she thought I was cute, and she didn't see what she saw in other guys, or at least the guys back then, or as I should say, other boys back then. All the other boys were talking about, life at home and all that stuff. And since I went to a private school, people would always talk about like all the kind of vacations they went on, all that other stuff. Thought. Yeah. But anyway, so in my eyes, I would see her as kind of like the girlfriend I always wanted. Like, she was nice, and we went to the same school, and we got to see each other every day. But since and the only kicker to the story was I was actually going to move schools because my mom had already planned for me to go somewhere, but they didn't want to accept me because of how slow I was at learning things. But in reality, I wasn't slow. In fact, I was actually faster than most kids at learning. I was fat. They saw that I was faster than most, like even bright young children, like, and they saw I was aware of this gift early on, and I was going to use it to get accepted into and the school I got accepted to was St. Francis Xavier Catholic School, which is located in downtown Fort Myers. Let's see. They sure can take bullets. Mike Brown fucking deserved it. Well, jeez, mates, we already got to get so negative. Where was this dude? Okay, well, anyway, so I left, and I would never see her again. And eventually, I would have to go back to, being the sad, lonely kid that I was before. And it would take a long time before I ever started talking to girls again, because well, I wasn't a very social person back then. You gotta understand, guys, life for me was very tragic when it came to being talkative. That was the only thing I had trouble with. But I was alright in every other category. Like I excelled in my studies, and I usually could understand things faster than most kids. And the only person who I would want to talk to is my mother. My mother was the only person that I would love to talk to every single day. Because, she was the one who got me through a lot and all that stuff. My dad back then, I could remember him being like, he would either be the type of, and because he was bipolar, so he had two strings. Let's see what is this. So did Traven. Blue Lives Matter. Blue Lives Matter. Oh, what's up, Hyro? How you doing today, man? How's your summer been going? How's your 4th? What are you planning on doing later today? I've been kind of getting that going with the chat. But anyway, so, um, back then, I can remember my dad having two sides. He could either be the dad that was kind of like, I don't know, the strict enforcer that always had to yell and always had to scream whenever you did something wrong. Or he could be the type of guy that you would want to talk to. Like, he's just someone to be there to talk to. Let's see, my long lost love. Sorry to hear that, unsweet tea. I don't know what I'm doing today. Oh, okay. Well then, I just hope you have a happy 4th, man. I mean, that's what all I can say, man. Is I'm going out with my family to celebrate the 4th. We're gonna go pop fireworks because I didn't know that apparently you can't pop fireworks in the Houston city limits. That's why we can't do it at my house. But I mean, apparently we can do it at my aunt's house because she lives outside Houston city limits. So you know, I mean, it's okay. But anyway, so and also me and my family are gonna have a little cookout tonight. I'm gonna be cooking some things on the grill because we actually my stepfather and my mother just went to this place called B&W meat market where they bought a bunch of fillets, which are actually, if you guys don't know, are really expensive. Like, they're hundreds of dollars because that's regarded as the best part of the cow, and it's very, very rare to get. I'll do you. Thanks, Travis. You too. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. People still pop fireworks. Nobody gives a shit. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know it either, man. I guess people still pop fireworks, but that's what I'm gonna be doing later on today. I'm gonna be popping some fireworks, hanging out with the family, and having a little cookout. They do, depending on how dark your skin is. Oh, damn. Well then, I guess that's true fact of life. I guess it's just how it depends on how dark your skin is. Like this, I like the spics and N words. Okay. Elevates double crypto keys. Well then. But we're obviously, I definitely want you guys to have a happy 4th because, you know, that's just who I am. I care about my fans. Must suck to be an N word. I don't know, man. You tell me. But what I can definitely say is that, is I've been noticing something that's been kind of trending with my channel. Have you heard of a jungle bunny? Yeah, this has been mentioned in my streams numerous times. Let's see. It's a rare breed of bunny only found in the Congo. Didn't know that. Do you think racism or terrorism is a bigger issue than in the United States? Do I think racism or terrorism? I would say probably, man, that's tough. Because they're both big issues, but I would morely say, I'd morely say terrorism because that's more of a global thing. Besides being a part of the U.S., you know, I would say it's more like a global thing. So you should look them up. They're adorable. Really? I'm actually gonna look that up right now. Hold up.
Hardcore team deathmatch.
Let's see. Jungle, jungle bunny.
Black Ops on mission.
Sweet. Yeah, it looks nice. Let's see. Okay, well. But anyways, so another story I have is to tell you guys how obsessed I was with Call of Duty back when I was younger. Back when I was younger, when Call of Duty was actually the big thing in my arsenal of gaming. Like guys, I would stay up grinding grinding a Call of Duty game for nonstop. Like guys, it got so bad to where I actually lost I remember there was a big test the day before I went into high school, where I was transferring to high school, and when I was transferring to high school. No, actually, no. It was before I was transferring schools, because I remember I was transferring from St. Francis to this place called ECS in Florida. And so the day before, I had to take this big test because there was an entrance exam that I had to take, and if I didn't pass, I wouldn't be accepted into the school. And so basically, I actually set my alarm to where I can stay up and... Whoa, I just got a little triple there. So I set my alarm to where I could stay up, and I actually woke myself up around, I think I went to bed at around 6, and I woke up at around 3. And it was not only to study for my exam, but also so I could play Call of Duty and so I could play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and go for nukes. Because that's just how obsessed I was over that game. So I did that, and since I went to bed at 6, I got about I got around 9 hours of sleep. But since I woke up at 3, and I didn't really feel as if I got much sleep. So really, I was tired, and I almost wanted to sleep through this test, and but I knew I had to not look irresponsible, and also I knew what my mom was gonna say if she found out that I was staying up to play Call of Duty, because she knew how obsessed I was over that game. She knew how obsessed I was with MW2 and all that, so I was too afraid of what she was gonna do. So what I did was I actually just went off pure adrenaline and stayed up, and trying to wake up. And I was able to pass the test, and I was actually frankly shocked when I passed that test when she told me the news that I passed the test. But the only reason I didn't transfer to ECS was because of my sister. My sister actually, because back then, my sister was a very, very rambunctious child. So she had a lot of disciplinary infractions, meaning that she was called out by her teachers. She was the bad student. And also because she failed the entrance exam. So really, I couldn't go and my mom wanted us to go to the same school and not two different schools, which really didn't make sense to me, because ultimately I was going to go to a different school anyways, because we were going to transfer to 6 Mile Charter Academy, and in 2 years I was going to go to high school. So either way, we would have been separated anyways. So really, I thought it didn't matter. And I don't know how I didn't kill that guy, but I managed to worm my way through. But anyway, so more to the story was that I actually kind of hated my mom for that, because really I should have gone to that school, because also there was more to the story, because I actually attended the ECS camp, which basically was a kind of a travel camp, kind of like how you would go places eventually, and how try to do everything to have fun. And also, I met another girl, kind of the same way I met Rebecca, at Fort Myers Christian School. I actually met this girl at the ECS camp, and her name was Gracie. And oh my god, she was the most beautiful, beautiful girl ever. Honestly, she was my one true love. Honestly, we had everything in common. She loved Call of Duty. She loved video games. She has 2 older brothers. And she said she wanted to marry me. And also, I also remember her sending me a card, back when we were at camp. She made me a card overnight, and she's like, I remember exactly what the card said. She's like, you're the sun to the sky, you're the straw to my berry, and you're the one I want to marry. And she also said, and I was wondering if we could go camping when we turn 16. I was like, What? Oh my gosh, this girl was like madly in love with me, and I'm madly in love with her. I was actually frankly shocked because no girl has ever done that to me before. I was like, what? What is going on? And I was like, I was kind of confused, but I was also very, very happy because I've never gotten that attention from a girl before. And, you know, it was awesome. And I don't know how that guy didn't die, but man, But anyway, so why our relationship deteriorated was because, well, I didn't end up going to that school, and I was gonna and now to give an indication on how old she was only 2 years younger than me. So I was transferring into seventh grade. She was transferring into fifth grade. So I mean, I was about in seventh grade. I was about I was about 13. I was about 13 turning. No. Yeah, I was 12, 13, 13. And she was about 11 turning 12. So basically, she was like 1 year younger than me because she had an early birthday and I had a late birthday. So I had to think about that for a second. So yeah, that's why we never end up like falling in love afterwards. And I'm gonna steal this care package. See what we get. Got a Hellstorm. Ooh, a Hellstorm. Tight. Alright. And so yeah, it was sad that I never got to be with her ever again. I never got to see her, and it was kind of tragic. But you know, I would probably find other girls. That's what I thought. And I did for a short time. I had sort of girls that I would fling with, some girls that I would have just on the side. I would have girls that I would talk to for a short period of time, and then eventually, you know, something would call off the relationship. I don't know. It's just, you know, they found someone else, or they just found something they didn't like about me, like mostly the fact that I was a gamer. So you know, I don't know why girls have problems with gamers, but you know, I guess I mean it is what it is. But but I think that more or less of the story, like I actually had a lot of fun getting girls because you know I could back then. And I don't know. I had some kind of little charm with me that I don't know. I didn't stick with me in my later years, you know. And eventually, you know, I wouldn't have the same one with girls as I did back then. What the? Oh, we got a lot of friend requests. Okay, hold up. What's this about you getting girls? Yo, what's up, Prince Diana? I was telling a story about, you know, I was able to get girls back then. Travis, you best not be cheating on your e-girl. Okay, why would I be cheating on Nope? It's called commitment. I know you guys are joking, but I'm not cheating on her. Like, I'm actually telling a story about, like, when I was in seventh grade and then when I was in freaking preschool. I don't know, I guess I was such a pimp back then. And besides, where's Nope? I want her to come in here. Not that I want her to hear stories about, I want her to listen to stories about me getting girls back when I was little. That's not something I want her to hear. But I mean, if you guys like wanted me to tell some stories about my past, I mean, I'm telling you a lot of stories. But another story I have about when I was little was it was the day we were moving into this new house, and basically there was because my dad actually and me were in the big into riding four wheelers. I remember my parents bought me a four wheeler when I was like I don't know what 6 years old, and they didn't buy me one of the small ones either. They bought me a big one, They bought me one of those full size ones, a full size ATV, and also it was oh god, I want to say it was a Honda, but I know I'm probably incorrect. I don't know what it was because it was such a long time since I've ever seen that folder. But anyway, so
Command is watching.
me and my dad were into big and riding folder, so we would end up in this new house. We would end up riding trails that were around the property, and there was this big forest that we actually my dad actually did something like he actually cut a trail down because there was an old trail that had been that has been like left abandoned, like it was like it left trees growing, so you know it was something that he had to work through to cut down. But anyway, so oh, here we go. Let's get some more popping in the chat. What's up, guys? How you doing? Just for all the people who are joining the stream, what's up? How you all doing? How's your 4th of July going? Happy 4th, everybody. But anyway, so what I was saying was my dad would end up. My dad spent, I think.
We're ready to go to the movies at 2:50.
Okay. Sorry, guys. My mom walked in, telling me that we're going to the movies. Cause my mom wanted to see the Despicable Me movie. Don't go schlepping on Nope. America. Okay. I'm not going schlepping on Nope. I don't even know what that means. Never been. Yeah, I don't even think that's a word. To be honest with you, don't be cheating on Nope. If that's what you're saying. No, don't leave. Be gone. That Gru dies at the. What? Are you serious? Don't dude. If that actually happens, I'm gonna freaking hate myself. Don't spoil the movie. I've been wanting to see it. What? Come on, man. Like, come on, bro. Besides, I'm going in an hour. Like, I'm gonna be streaming for over like an hour. Like, God, don't spoil the movie. I want to see it. Let's see. His brother takes his place in his family, so no one knows. The memes give everyone cancer. Okay, I don't think that's actually a possibility. If that is, then God, you guys are full of spoilers. I don't want to see Gru die. If Gru dies, I'm actually gonna be so sad. I love Gru. He's a bad guy turned good. I don't know how, and thanks for team killing me. Okay, but anyway, so more of the story was that my dad actually cut down a little trail, and you know, we would end up going riding on it. We would just find trails, and towards the end of the trail, I think it was my first ever ATV accident that I got in back at those times. It was because what ended up happening was I wanted to impress my dad because I saw him doing donuts and I saw him doing all that stuff. So what I did was I actually did my first ever donut. I tried it, and what ended up happening was I ended up falling off my four wheeler, and I ended up toppling over like a kind of a river area. Like, you know how a river is kind of like or like a canal is kind of like slanted, has like a slanted opening, and then you fall into the water, and so I fell in, and then my dad had to come save me. And that was the only time I remember him being actually heroic, you know. But I ended up actually, because they thought something was wrong with me, because I kept nonstop crying. So what ended up happening was, is that Dad took me to the hospital because he thought something was wrong with me, because he couldn't figure out why I kept crying, and I couldn't stop. Every time I tried stopping, I would just keep crying even more. So, you know, they thought something was wrong with me. Like, they thought I had a broken bone or something. Like, maybe I broke my arm on the way down. Or something. But, you know, it was just... But, so, I went to the hospital and I found out that they just told them that I was just in shock. Because of what happened. So, But it would also lead to, like, I think 2 months later, where I would think I actually broke my arm. In which I was actually at my friend's house. My old childhood friends, JJ They were both named JJ and Cyrus, except JJ actually didn't have a name like a middle and a first name that started with J. He actually had and he actually was called William, but no one called him that. Surprisingly, people called him JJ. I don't know why. And then the other guy's name was Cyrus. And so basically, they had a trampoline in their backyard, so we would just go on the trampoline, jump around, have some fun. Well, we ended up starting to do this game. We were kind of being idiots back then. Let's see what is this. Let's see what we got. My comment is about the real world, not the movie. Oh, that's true. That's true. Gru dies because someone ripped his anal beads out like they were starting a chainsaw. I hate when that happens. See, I could understand it better if I was like starting up a lawnmower. I knew a guy named Neil that died from anal beads, or a weed whacker. Neil sounds like a weed whacker. Interesting. Okay, but anyway, so what ended up happening is that we ended up outside the net of a trampoline because we actually loved to push each other off the net and onto the ground. What ended up happening was I wasn't actually careful of what I was landing on, so I ended up landing on my arm, like my whole body crashed on my arm, and I actually started crying. And then so my sister rushed inside to get my mom because they realized why I was crying, and so then my mom took me to the hospital, and she told me she was taking me to the hospital. I'm like, and I started crying even more because I was too scared of the hospital back then. Like I was like, no, please don't take me to the hospital. Because I didn't realize that my arm was actually broken until I got there, and then they gave me like a splint, which it's like a cast for like temporary until they actually give me a cast that I had to wear for I think about 6.5 weeks before my arm was healed up. Let's see. No, he was a cook, and then I retracted his message. Okay. But yeah, so eventually I was like, I was all bruised up. I had a like a fractured bone. Like it was like the bone was kind of like set off sides, like it kind of moved down, so it was broken, but it wasn't like fractured. Why did I say I fractured my bone? Because if I did, that would be even more serious. But anyway, so that's basically basically, and then I ended up getting my replacement cast, like my actual cast, like I think 2 days later. We ended up going to my dad's. We ended up going to the veterinary and like the veterans hospital because that's where my dad. I think that's where we had our big health insurance. And, we had to dispute what we were gonna do with the health insurance and all that. But the doctor there ended up giving me a real cast that that I ended up getting. So happily ever after. And then I eventually had to wear it for 6 weeks, and then I finally got it off. And I remember that they were delayed in taking it off. They kept delaying my appointment to take it off. So what my dad did for me was he actually brought me to my uncle's house, where they basically took it off with a chainsaw. Like they literally sawed it off with a chainsaw. I was too scared because I thought they were gonna cut through my arm. But he didn't, and I remember exactly what my arm felt like when I got out of the cast. I remember my arm was completely numb because it's been in that cast for so long. So I was completely used to the cast being on. And I remember also the first time I itched and I was able to itch my arm. So I was like so happy. I was like, "Oh my god, I finally get to itch again." Oh boy, and then I just kind of metal on through and all that stuff. So life and would end up
Full metal everything.
life would just be like a trail that I would end up going through or going on. So it was all well, it's all good and well, and happily ever after. Let's see. Got some more. No, let's see. Let's get some things popping in the chat. Let's get some going. Let's get some stuff going. But I would think that getting a broken bone, I mean, it taught me a lesson to not first off be an idiot on a trampoline, and second off, it taught me what the first time breaking a bone is actually really painful. Let's get something going. Travis Tolley 2017. Ooh, my ex Michaela is on my Snapchat story.
Alright guys, so
Or she posted something to me. Fuck MAGA. It's all about LGSG. Okay. Ooh, let's open a supply drop here. Let's open some of these supply drops. Just because, you know, I don't really need them. Okay. Epic. Stun Girl. I think I already have that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have that, yeah. Seeing duplicate. X? Yes, sir. I've had a couple X's before I met Nope, and before I met a lot of my girlfriends that I had. I mean, you always have an X before you meet the right person, you know? Jeez, mate. So, I actually, I want to hear from you guys, and I want to get like a Q&A thing going. Let's ask me some questions. Let's get some questions going. Like, what do you have about, and what do you want to know about me? Oh, what's up? What's up, boyo Chungus? Glad you can come back. Let's get some questions going. Let's get some questions going in the chat. Let's see, let's get some questions out here. See what we're getting here. Damn it. Like, is there any questions you have particularly about me? What, I know, like, some of the X's I've had. What the hell? Merc Music uploaded a video 4th of July in China. Let's see, Travis, would you ever consider taking anal? No. Mostly because, well, first off, I mean, it would be harmful on the girl, and plus, there's such a thing as shit dick. Don't want that. That's kind of gross, and that also is kind of weird. Plus, I mean, plus, anal sex, I bet, doesn't even feel that good anyways. I would only really do it if the girl asked me to do it. Because anything sexual, what do you consider giving it? Would I consider giving anal? That depends if the girl wants it, man. It's all about the girls. It's all about what the girl wants. Got 30 headshots. Let's get it, boys.
hostile care package overhead.
Level 15. Crap. Oh. No, Travis, I said taking anal, not giving anal. Would I consider taking anal? Okay. Are you calling me gay here? If you're questioning my sexuality, first off, I'm straight. I would never take anal from a guy because that's just disgusting. Plus, I mean, dude, I'm not gay.
Execute that traitor now.
Jesus Christ. It's good. Ask my uncle. Would you consider an unholy simultaneous joining of the two? Joining of what, exactly? In other words, would you take a fat corn cob up your pooper? No. How many times do I have to tell you guys I'm not gay? Like, God, why does everyone assume that I'm just gay? I know you guys are joking around, but Jesus Christ. I mean, I gotta admit, that's actually kind of funny the way you said it. Corn cob up the pooper. I never actually heard that before. But would I consider giving anal to a girl? That's up to the woman, man. That's not my decision. It's up to her, man. Just like sex. That's up to the woman, man. Plus I would have to know someone. I'd have to know the person. Like, I'm not just gonna fucking go take anal from or give anal to a person that I don't even know. Let's see. Okay, what if it wasn't a guy? It could be with a girl. If a girl stuck a dildo up my ass. If she's that kinky, yeesh, that would just be weird.
Be advised, hostile hardened sentry. Hostile hardened sentry.
I would never want to meet a girl that's that kinky. But I mean, I guess that'd be interesting. Yeah, you fucking homo. She could be wearing a strap on. Or it could just be with some futta shit if you're into that. Traps are gay though. Are they? Travis, do you think traps are gay? I don't know, man. That's just based on opinion. I'm not really gonna give my opinion on that just because, you know, I don't want other people disagreeing with me, so that's not my place to give an opinion. Whoa. Why are you shooting at me? There's two dudes in there.
You're losing CDP. Switch it up.
Oh, I'm dead. Okay, well anyway, so yeah, that's not my opinion based. Like, but in terms of giving anal or receiving anal, that's up to the woman's decision, man. That's not my place. But is there any more questions you guys have? Any more questions you guys would particularly like to ask or know about me? Like, you know, I don't know, what's my favorite color? Or like, what's my favorite thing to do besides play Call of Duty? Sorry for the team kill. Kinda got in the way. We want your opinion. And I just got hit with boxing gloves. Do I think traps are gay? Kind of. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna go any further. I'm not gonna go further into that. Let's see. Colors of gay. Would you fuck a dog if you had the girl of your dreams face? No. That's just weird, mate. That's just weird. Oh. And plus that makes no sense. Would I fuck a dog if I had the girl of my dreams face? It makes no sense. Okay. Besides playing COD, what is your favorite thing to do? Give or receive anal? Are you asking me if I like to give or receive anal? I don't like either. Is the dog female? Are you asking if... oh, no. Alright. Can it talk? Probably not. Alright, so now we need 65 more headshots and we are done with this gun in terms of the headshot challenges, and we can go play normal pubs. And get the gold camo that we're after. So, but I have a question for Unsweet Tea. What is your favorite thing to do on weekends? Like, what do you like? What do you like to do besides? What do you like to do besides what you normally do? I don't know. Let's see. It could talk in a really bad imitation of them. What is love, baby? Don't hurt me. No, no, no. Be gone, thought. Why are you gonna attack poor innocent rogue? Fuck off, you stupid cunt. God damn. Poor Rogue just takes it the hard way. Okay, let's see. Travis, what do you do in your spare time? What do I? That's a good question. What do I like to do in my spare time? As well, first off, I love to talk to you guys. That's primarily my favorite thing. But another thing I like to do is I either like to edit videos. I actually just discovered this place called Top Golf. That's right off of Katy Freeway in Texas, and it's actually really fun. You actually guys check it out. It's actually really fun. It's basically like a driving range, but like it has like 3 floors, and it has like certain mini games that you can play with, and in terms of practicing your driving. So it's really fun. I like it. I like it a lot. You are an actual Cancer. Am I a Cancer? I don't think I'm a Cancer. I think I'm a Scorpio. Yeah, I think I'm a Scorpio. So yeah, let's see. I sleep and chill in a constant state of depression. Why is that? Shouldn't be depressed, man. Life only gets harder as it goes. It's just you have to roll on with it. Let's see. You are an 8 cell rogue. Do you know who else takes it the hard way? You during anal. No, Travis. That's the wrong answer. In your spare time, you like to do anal. I don't know. I'm just sad. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. But Diana, no,
Be advised. Hostile UAV.
no. That's not what I like to do. I don't like to give or receive anal in my spare time. I like to talk to you guys, or I like to edit videos, or I like to go to Top Golf. Top Golf is a fun place to go. But I hope me streaming makes you less sad, man. That's all I can hope, man. That's all I hope for you, brother. Diana, yes. Oh, God. Let's see. Do I like to steal anal? I don't know how you could steal anal, but no. Like a guy is about to do it to a girl, but you shove your ass in the way and take the full force of penetration. No. That's kind of gross. And a little gay.
You guys better be right. Get your ass. Then we're not going.
What?
I just told you.
Hostile UAV spotted. Be advised. Hostile UAV.